Okay, hello Year 2. So this afternoon we're going to continue to read the story of Joseph, and I'm going to be reading it from my children's Bible that you can see just here. So to recap, okay, we've reached the part of the story where the Pharaoh had put Joseph in charge of all the stores of food in Egypt. And if you remember, for 7 years they had good harvests in Egypt, and Joseph made sure that the extra grain was stored away, so that when the 7 bad years came and they had a famine, Joseph still had plenty of food to sell to the people. Now, far away in Canaan, Joseph's father and brothers grew short of food. This is because of the famine. So Jacob said, "You must go to Egypt to buy grain. They have plenty there." So 10 brothers began the journey, leaving the youngest brother Benjamin behind. In Egypt, the brothers asked the governor if they could buy food. They didn't recognize that the governor was in fact their brother Joseph, but Joseph realized who they were as soon as he saw them. Joseph spoke firmly to his brothers, and he asked them about their father and Benjamin. Joseph said to them, "I'll sell you food, but when you come again, you must bring Benjamin with you. I'm going to keep your brother Simeon here until you come back." The brothers started for home. On the way, they opened the sacks of grain they had bought and found the money they had paid to Joseph. They were very frightened. Why was this here? They believed that God was punishing them for selling Joseph. They didn't know that Joseph had actually asked his servants to put the money inside the sacks. After a while, the brothers arrived home, and Jacob and his sons had eaten all the grain, so they had to go back to Egypt to buy more. But this time they took Benjamin with them. Again, they asked Joseph to sell them food, and still they didn't recognize that he was their brother. Joseph ordered his servants to give them a meal, making sure Benjamin had plenty to eat. The next morning, the 11 brothers started for home. On their way home, Joseph's guards caught up with them and opened the sacks of grain. In Benjamin's sack was Joseph's silver cup. Joseph had told his guards to hide it there. He wanted to test his brothers. The guards marched the scared brothers back to Egypt and took them to Joseph. "You may go home," he said, "but you must leave Benjamin here with me." The brothers were very upset. "Please let us take Benjamin with us," they begged. "Our father has already lost one son. If he loses Benjamin too, it will break his heart. Let one of us stay here instead of Benjamin." Joseph knew then that his brothers had changed and were sorry for what they had done to him long ago. The brothers didn't want to go back to tell their father that Benjamin had had to stay in Egypt. At that point, Joseph said to them, "I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold as a slave. But it was God who sent me to Egypt so that I could save you from dying of hunger. God promised Abraham that the nation he founded would be safe. Go back to my father and bring him here with all your family and your animals. I will give you good land and we will all live well and happily in Egypt." And so, Year 2, that's the end of the Joseph story. So you can see that Joseph and his family were reunited. They all got together again at the end, and they had a big celebration when Joseph's father Jacob and his brothers and Joseph himself all got together. So they were really happy as they were all back together as one big happy family.